Minty B with Tuesday's Art Club. How is everybody in week 6? Is it week 6? Man, I think it's week 6 of lockdown. I'm going to take a minute to say big up to all the kids out there staying at home, because we've all been clapping and praising NHS heroes and key workers, which is absolutely right, respect. But I'm just going to give all the kids at home who can't play with their mates or do anything like that a big clap, because you guys are being little heroes too, riding this out and staying at home. Well done, kids. As you know, this art club is for any age, and we're scaling right back today. We're going to have a bit of fun with Picasso inspired drawings. It's fun to say that name. Picasso. 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 Have you actually ever Googled Pablo Picasso's real name? It's nuts. It's about 20 words long or something. That's a challenge for today. Google Pablo Picasso's real name and try and pronounce it. That'll keep you all occupied. So Picasso is a Spanish guy that lived to be about 90 odd and died in the 70s, which is like ancient times. It's not. Bit of a one. Not sure I'd have liked him if I'd been around him. But phenomenal artist, can't deny that. Him and his mate George Braque invented cubism, posh word for the day, cubism, which basically is crazy faces. There's probably a much better explanation for that, but I'm a bit short on time today, so we'll go with crazy faces. For today's Picasso-inspired shenanigans, you will need pen and paper. That's it. If you want to paint it afterwards with watercolours, that's fine. If you use felt tip pens, you could add a bit of water and make all the colours bleed, and that might look quite nice, but I'm just going to do this with a Sharpie and a piece of paper. The first thing I'd like you to do is Google some of Pablo Picasso's artwork, his cubist portraits. You'll know them because they're the crazy looking portraits. Really fun to do because we don't have to worry about them looking especially realistic or give ourselves a hard time about a realistic face, which you shouldn't anyway, but I know we do. So have a Google of Pablo Picasso's cubism portraits, and I would like you to fill a page. We're not going to copy any of them. We're just going to fill a page with eyes and noses and mouths and ears and facial features in his style. So I'll show you mine. Here you go. So I'll start with the eyes. I'm showing you this digitally just because it's easier to record, but I will do one eye in a fairly standard teardroppy way. Let's put some eyelashes on. I will do a closed eye because that's always fun. Some spiky eyelashes. And Picasso's pictures should only be a reference point. If you can invent your own in his style, that's pretty cool too. I'm going to do a sideways on eye. Circle in the middle there. Cool. Noses next. Now I've got some crazy nose action on some of these. So there's a swirly one. There's one kind of reminds me a bit of an elephant's foot actually, with nostrils like that. There's a pointy one too, and some nostrils. Various noses. Next we've got mouths. Let's do a kind of blocky robot one with 2 rectangles and some teeth. Let's do one with a pointy top lip, more of a traditional shape. And let's do a sideways mouth. You can also do a sideways mouth with like a sort of stretched out heart shape. That works quite well. And you've also, bear in mind, you've got ears and things like that. Have a look at how he does them and fill your page with Picasso-esque style facial features. Marvellous. Okay, so we should have a page full of Picasso-inspired facial features. And what I'd like you to do is to take a fresh piece of paper and draw one of the eyes on it. Not too big. I am going to do, if I was a bit fancier with my camera work, I could film this, couldn't I? But I'm going to do that teardrop kind of quite traditional eye. And then I'm going to turn my paper 90 degrees, quarter turn. Bit of maths with Minty there for you. Who'd have ever thought that would be a thing? I know. So we've drawn an eye, do a quarter turn. I want you to draw a second eye, different to the first eye and about 3 times as big, okay? So I will do the sideways on eye, I think. That looks I want you to turn it again and add a nose. Be aware of where the eyes are. If it can maybe tie in with an eye, that would be interesting. I'm going to do quite a straightforward nose, I think, so I'm not keeping you sat there watching for ages. Double lines, I like a bit of double lines. Now you can quarter turn the page again if you want, but I do think to bring it together just a little bit, it's good to choose to do the mouth under the nose. That's what I like to do. If you want to quarter turn it, pass it on and do a mouth somewhere completely crazy, obviously that's fine too. If there's more than one of you doing this activity, could you pass it along or back and forth? That might be a fun idea. Collaborative Picasso. I will do the mouth slightly to one side, but I'm not going to do it up here or over here, so my eyes do kind of make a bit of a face out of it. And finally, let's go for an ear. Okay. When you've got the main features on, take a minute, look back at what you've created and try and put in some lines to bring it together as a face. So, if I do it like this, it's going to look wonky. And you know what? A top tip in drawing in general is if something looks like it's going to be too big for the paper, go off the end of the paper rather than quiet, put your teeth in, Minnie, rather than try and squash it in. It's what I was saying. So let's do that. And I think I'll do some hairlines here. Beautiful hair, beautiful cutest lady. I think I'll call her Beverly. Add to it if you want. I might do a little cheek there. I like doing cheeks. Don't really know why. You might want to do some funky patterns in the background. Go back, have a look at his pictures again and see what you can add. Are you going to colour your Picasso portrait in? I think I might. You could watercolour that quite nicely. You could colour it in with felt tips or pencil crayons. Have fun with it. Another thing you can do, go back to your original sheet with all the different facial features on, cut them out and collage them. If you cut out a circular or an oval or a square or a big bean shape out of newspaper or coloured paper as your face template and then arrange and have fun sticking all those features on, that's going to be an awesome piece of artwork too. Can't wait to see what you create, guys. Have fun with it and remember, If anyone can send me a video pronouncing Pablo Picasso's name, I'm the first person to do it. I will send you this. I swear down. Okay, hang tight, guys. Remember, every single day that passes is a day nearer getting back to normal. We got this. Keep drawing. Send me your pictures. Loads of love to all of you. And have a great Tuesday. Didn't fall over today. Didn't drop anything.